This is how King Sugreev felt when he was unable to get his dominion back from a ruler who had been cloned to him. Ram and Lakshman were able to help, but only under certain conditions. During the Ram-Ravana saga, Sugreev, the Vidyadhari king of Kishjundpur and a relative of Hanuman, faced profound distress. This occurred when he left his empire for a 15-day recreation, entrusting his nephews with the kingdom. Surprisingly, a week later, Sugreev returned home without providing a proper reason for his early return, citing only nostalgia. After 15 days, the original Sugreev returned to find another identical Sugreev seated on his royal chair, leading to an intense, heated dispute, a battle of words in an attempt to ascertain the genuine Sugreev. The conflict unfolded as the real Sugreev returned from his recreational holiday and discovered another Sugreev in his place. Mouth-to-mouth fighting ensued, but no clear resolution emerged. The people of the royal court found the entire episode challenging to distinguish between them. As a result, the entire staff was split into two almost equal factions. Unfortunately, the real Sugreev had to move out of the kingdom and stay in the forest to dominate his royal men and forces. Despite attempting to reclaim his kingdom through a few battles with the impostor, he couldn't face the duplicated ruler for long. In desperation, Sugreev sought help from his relative Hanuman, explaining the perplexing situation and requesting assistance in ousting the fake Sugreev. However, even Hanuman became suspicious of the Sugreev while approaching him, being unable to discern the genuine one, and thus chose to return to his domain without taking any action. The real Sugreev was desperate and needed someone to help in solving the problem. Sugreev then sought help from his friend King Viradhit, who suggested the names of two great gentlemen, Ram and Lakshman. They had previously helped him in his crisis. However, King Viradhit held doubts about the extent of the assistance they could provide, considering their gloomy mood due to the disappearance of Ram's wife, Sita, possibly kidnapped by someone. Sugreev proposed if they could solve his problem, he promised to help them find Sita within a week. Accompanied by King Viradhit, Sugreev conveyed the condition to Ram and Lakshman, emphasizing the need to resolve his predicament before the search for Sita, and the two gentlemen agreed to his terms. Ecstatic, Sugreev danced as he was joined by Ram and Lakshman. Challenging the impostor to war, both forces confronted each other on the battlefield, and once again, the genuine Sugreev found himself on the brink of defeat. In his distress, Sugreev cried out for assistance from Ram and Lakshman. The brothers, smiling, approached and said it seemed to them that he did not want their assistance. They asked him to sit back and witness their magic. Ram, twanging his bow, produced a powerful vibrational sound that forced the Devi inside the non-genuine Sugreev to flee. Lakshman caught her in the act, and she begged for forgiveness, explaining her duty to reach out to whoever called upon her through the practice of mantra. Hearing her compulsion and helplessness, Ram rescued the Devi from Lakshman's grasp. The duplicate Sugreev appeared in his original form. Seeing this, the forces aligned with the genuine Sugreev, allowing him to reclaim his royal throne. Sugreev reclaimed his throne and ordered a palace with arrangements for Ram and Lakshman. However, depleted time in the joy, he forgot his promise to them. A week has passed without action in the search for Sita. Knowing it, Lakshman got annoyed and prepared to confront Sugreev. The deputed serviceman informed Sugreev of Lakshman's intentions. Sugreev rushed to the brothers, begging for pardon, and immediately mobilized a large team for an intensive search. One squad member returned with a man who knew Sita's kidnapper. This man introduced himself as a commander of Bhamandal, Sita's brother. He narrated that he was also going by his plane and heard a yelling sound for protection. He told how he had challenged Ravana, the kidnapper, to fight in the air. He was eventually defeated as his powers were destroyed by Ravana and he was then left stranded on an isolated island. One commander of Bhamandal, Sita's brother informed them. The commander said he was desperate and waited for someone to rescue him. Fortunately, this squadron member saw him from his plane. He reaffirmed that Ravana is the kidnapper of Sita. Lakshman, in an annoyed tone, questioned who Ravana was and vowed to destroy him. Others were stunned, realizing the enormity of the challenge of rescuing Sita from the powerful Ravana. Brothers were advised to forget Sita and get married to another beautiful girl from the Vidyadhari family. Lakshman vehemently rejected the idea, expressing his determination to slay Ravana. It is because, according to Muniraj, only Narayan could kill Ravana. Claiming to be Narayan, Lakshman faced the challenge of proving his identity as Narayan. The test was to lift a hefty mount. Lakshman was prepared to lift it. The next morning, everyone gathered to assess Lakshman's prowess as Narayana. Placing his palms beneath the mount, he lifted it to the height of his knee, confirming his divine character. The onlookers, astonished, now believed in Lakshman's Narayana identity. Concerns arose about the potential mass casualties and bloodshed in an imminent war. To avert this, a diplomatic approach was deemed wiser, leading to the selection of Hanuman, Ravana's son-in-law, to pressure Ravana for Sita's return. Despite attempts, diplomatic efforts proved futile, setting the stage for an anticipated large-scale battle. This saga explains that Ram and Lakshman assisted Sugreev in regaining control of his reign, and in return, he searched out Sita's address and then proposed a peaceful way to have her returned.